Did you think about how could every one of us make an impact with all the opportunities we have around us? How to make a real impact? This simple question of only 6 words shaped everything in my life, in my future, in my career, in my education. But of course, not the question itself, but an endless search to find a proper answer for it. I could remember the first time that I was trying to find an answer for this question. I was 17 years old, and at that time I had to take university's entrance exam. Just to give you an image about how does it look in Iran and how intense is the competition to get into the best public universities, I should tell you more than 1,200,000 people compete in a single day, and only 0.01% of them will get the chance to enter the best universities. And it's only a one-day exam for 5 hours. So just imagine if you get sick on that day, or if you cannot find a cab to get to the exam, or even if your pen is not working properly, everything will be changed. The network of people around you in the future, your career. So I was lucky enough to pass the test. I should say I was lucky enough because no matter how hard you study, because of all the conditions, you should be also lucky. So I earned the chance to choose my field of study. And this was the time that I had to answer to this question: how to make a real impact. 10 years ago, when I took this exam, everything was moving towards networks, software, data. So I found an obvious answer to my question. I should just study software engineering. I should become a software engineer if I want to change everything, if I want to have a real impact. So that's what I did. I started a software engineering program, and I was graduated after 4 years. Right after, I started to work as a developer. It was so good. During 2 years, I had several projects. I switched between many companies as the turnover rate for developers is so high, not my fault. And I was earning a very good money. This is their fault, but it was so good for me. But at the end, I again came up with this question: am I right now, at this moment, with a lot of money I'm earning, with a lot of opportunities I have around myself, am I making the real impact that I wished for when I was going to the university? And then I found out, no, it's not. I'm just helping people to implement their ideas. It's not a bad job to do. I don't mean that. But for me, it wasn't the ultimate answer to my question. I just wanted to have a real impact. So I was thinking about starting my own thing. Many developers are like this. After working as a developer for some years, they start their own thing. Why did I do that? Because at that moment, I was thinking that I'm experienced enough, I'm smart enough, and I was confident enough, actually, to do it. So I started my own thing. I invested all my savings to get an office, to rent an office, actually. And then I invited some friends as our employees to work together. We had some projects, and it sounds like a beginning to the most successful business journey of my life. In contrary, it was the biggest failure in my life, and I was about to go to prison because of it, because of some tax issues I had. And obviously, why is that? Is because the lack of knowledge I had about finance, about operations, about how to treat people, how to treat your customers, having suppliers. All of this just led to the biggest failure of my life. I just survived, I should say, and I'm here. But after that, I was thinking again, so if it's not working like this, how could I make a real impact? How could I find an answer to this question, which is just going in my mind and it's just letting me go? I decided to become a master in business administration. I thought this is the right way. I should take this way and I could achieve what I want. I will make the real impact that I'm looking for. So again, this was that generation competing again for a master's program. So all story again started, and I was lucky that my pen was working properly at the day, and I got the right cab to be right on time, and I didn't get sick. So I passed this other entrance exam again, and I get into an MBA program. During the program, when I was just going and passing different stuff, like as some of you might have experienced it, like operations, marketing, accounting, organizational structure, organizational behavior. I was just asking myself, how could I make a real impact? As I hope it's getting repeated in your minds as well. At the end, I came up with becoming a marketing strategist. I thought that it's the best thing I could do. It's the best thing to make a real impact. So this time, I didn't want to repeat a mistake twice. So I applied for some jobs as junior marketing executive to just be more conservative about this impact that I'm looking for, to find much more practical experience. And I found very good opportunities. So I started with one of them. Something happened. First of all, the thing that happened was that my salary was cut to half because I didn't want to work as a developer anymore, and very good money was just going to developers at that moment. I got many calls like this when I applied for this position, actually. And I had to hide my skills of development because the biggest issue of our company at that moment was to look for developers for our IT team, so I didn't want to get on the IT room again and start coding again, so I was hiding it that I can code. I said, I don't know, but I will look if I could find someone. But it was so good for me. During 8 months, I had many practical experiences about marketing. We ran many marketing campaigns. I learned how to assess, how to run a campaign, how to monitor the results, how to assess the campaigns. And the abilities I had with data from before was helping me. It was so good. And on the way, after 8 months, I met a young and motivated team of 5 people. They have the idea to make the first online food ordering platform in Iran. So I didn't hesitate. I just joined them. I just joined this group. At that time, all the people, they were using regular phone calls if they wanted to order food. There were no listing, there were no rating, there were no photo of the food that you want to order, and there were no online payments. So with this new idea, was called Zoodfood, we started to make people's life easier. So I didn't hesitate. I just joined Zoodfood, and in a short, let me say, in less than a month, we joined a bigger group. We found investments. Everything was so crazy and fast. We were experiencing like 20% growth week on week in number of orders. That's, for a startup, it's like a dream. And it again sounds like the most successful business journey of my life. And it truly is. This time, it truly is. This is the story of me. And I could remember every day when we were working so hard until 11 p.m., even I was at the office, and I am even right now when I'm in Iran. But I was leaving the office with this feeling that I had deep inside. Today, I had a real impact. Why? Because I was changing the life for people around me, people in the city that I live, It was a very good feeling, a very satisfying feeling. And I thought, finally, maybe this is the right answer to the question I had. Right now that I'm here, and I have the chance to be with you. We have more than 1,300 restaurants in 6 major cities in Iran, not only the capital. We have a customer base of 1,000 people. I have 83 full-time colleagues with me, and we are running a profitable business in this market. So during 3 years, I could tell you it was revolutionary for me, and it was a real answer to my question, how to make an impact. But I just want to leave you with a question. Did you think about how could every one of us make an impact with all the opportunities we have around us? Thank you.